I think what people resonate, there's always, like, I go to conventions every weekend, right? And I meet hundreds of people every single weekend. And there's always the Vegeta fans out there. They're the people who are like, it's kind of almost an obvious choice. He was like the Han Solo of the Dragon Ball series. Piccolo resonates with people because Piccolo is like the father to Gohan that he didn't have. Because, you know, Goku, he was born an alien. He kind of like grew up on Earth, didn't have a father figure. He doesn't know how to be a dad. Piccolo is kind of the dad that Gohan needed, and you can see his relationship with Gohan shine in this movie. You can see his relationship with even Gohan's daughter, like his essentially Piccolo's granddaughter, Pan, in the movie too. He's the Earth's last trainer, and it's so nice to see him doing this. And so many people relate to Piccolo because they had that person in their life that really like nurtured them when someone else wasn't there for them. And so that's why I'm happy to represent Piccolo today. It's pretty rad. I'm very fortunate. I don't think there's a minute in this movie where somehow I'm not represented by either Piccolo or the Shenron, the dragon, or Korin, he's the guy who gives them the beans. And who else? There was somebody else in the movie I always forget. But like, I've been very lucky. It's so special to be able to walk in, and all of these actors who I've worked with so many years, you don't have to explain their character to them. You just walk in and go, hey, just do what you do. Here's the story. What was really fun was getting to work with new actors like Charles Martinet, voice of Mario. I mean, he inspired me, and then Zach Aguilar, and Zeno Robinson, and Aleks Lee. There's so many amazing people on this cast that I'm really happy to kind of welcome into the Dragon Ball community, and it's just been a joy to work on this thing. You know, when I first started going to some conventions again after the pandemic had kind of rolled out, a lot of people said to me, I needed this for my mental health. And I could relate to them because I really needed this too. I think we all kind of needed something like this to rally around. It's so nice to see it back in the theater in a time when we can actually go see a movie in a theater, because that's the best place to experience a Dragon Ball movie. There's never been a time I've enjoyed Dragon Ball more than when I'm in a theater watching it with everybody and laughing at the same time. It's larger than life. I just can't wait to see this movie tonight.
I voice older Gohan. I am the son of Goku, and it's been a long, long time since we've seen this character reach his true potential. So finally, I think we should just make this hashtag a thing. Make Gohan great again. This character is fully dimensional in the way that he is a great father, a great husband. He's very powerful, he's very smart, he's very sweet and loyal, and he's a big dork, and I totally relate to that. Being the ultimate nerd, full frontal nerdity by this guy. But again, you don't want to push him too hard, because then you're going to feel the wrath. And it's pretty epic to have this opportunity for fans around the world to finally see Gohan reach that potential. Having worked on this franchise for over 20 years, I can say I started as a fan, then started as a professional. Dragon Ball Z was my first role in voiceover. So I have a career thanks to this wonderful franchise, and getting to grow with the character over time with the movies, the games, the TV series. It's hard to put into words how awesome that feels to be a part of something, to have it to feel so close to you, like it's family, and professionally as well. As a fan and industry combined, it's like a new evolution. It feels amazing. I tell you that Dragon Ball Superhero, the only way to truly enjoy it is in a theater. IMAX if you can, especially as big and loud as possible. Bring all your friends. You're going to convert people who have been on the edge about going, I don't know, what's this Dragon Ball thing? I think it's going to send a very clear message to Hollywood that this franchise and this genre, this art, is here to stay forever.
I think for this movie in particular, in Dragon Ball history, we haven't really seen villains that are like them before, who have their personality. And I think what's so great about them is that, to their eyes, they are not the villains. Yeah. They are the heroes. Yeah. This is Dragon Ball superhero. So, absolutely, in our eyes, we're the good guys.
Yeah, I think that's what makes the fans will find like the relationship between these two characters, their dynamic, how they interact with each other, their camaraderie, and also their drive for justice and their drive, their passion for what they believe in. It's executed in a different way than we've seen Dragon Ball villains in the past. These are two characters who truly believe they're old-fashioned superheroes, very much in the stylings of Ultraman, Tokusatsu, those kinds of things. Kamen Rider,
Super Sentai.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Mind blowing.
Yeah, absolutely. I grew up with Dragon Ball, like as a kid. It was part of why I love anime. I grew up with it before I knew it was anime. I had like all the Budokai games. I had all the action figures. My first figure is a Goku statue in the spacesuit. So like, on the first day of record, and I'm listening to my character, and I'm listening to the voice of Piccolo in my ears, it was like crazy to me. It's also kind of like intimidating. It's like, how do I match the master? You know, like how do I even compare? And so like I'm very honored, and Chris Sabat, our director, is amazing, and like even hearing him speak, I'm like, that's the guy. Like he brought like all this Dragon Ball stuff out here for like he's like he's a very foundational part of my childhood. So it's an absolute blessing. Like I can only say I'm blessed. Yeah.
Yeah, for me it's the same thing. I mean, Dragon Ball has been a part of mine and yours.
Yeah.
Our DNA
absolutely.
from before we were born.
Right.
And one of the last things my grandfather gave me before he passed was a Dragon Ball box set.
Yeah.
So
and now here you are.
And here I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Gohan is my favorite character.
Right.
So it's insane to be here and to be in this movie and to face off against, you know, some of the best, especially in the business and in the world of anime.
Factual.
So, and I'm so happy to get to
share this with you, brother. Yeah, absolutely. We've been friends for a very long time, and we've been wanting to be in a project together where we're like, we're homies. We're usually fighting and stuff together, you know. So like,
it's good to finally be on the same side.
It's even more of a blessing to be able to share this kind of monumentous occasion with my brother here. I think like they can mostly look forward to like it's still like the big spectacle, the huge fights, all of that still is in this movie, and in even I'd say even a bigger way than we've seen it before.
I think so too. But for me personally, I think this is also a great opportunity for new fans to hop in. Yeah. This is a great entry point for anybody who hasn't seen Dragon Ball and would like to get into it, because not only is the storyline much more fun, it's a big callback to the original Dragon Ball series prior to Dragon Ball Z. And there's a lot of heart, there's a lot of humor, there's a lot of family moments that I feel that makes this movie stand out from a lot of the other Dragon Ball movies.
Akira Toriyama is more involved in this one, and you can kind of see it in the soul. It really feels like the soul of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z kind of accumulate in this movie. It's got the spectacle, the animation, the fights, the everything you're looking forward to. You're gonna get it in this movie. It's amazing.
You can look forward to some comedy that is very, very funny, and a settling of a bit of a bet, and that's all I want to say on that one. It was really fun to watch everyone else come in and fill the void of having to kind of be the protagonist all the time, and so this whole cast is so good, and I can go on record in saying, in all the years doing this, and I mean this in my honest professional opinion, it might be the best dub we've ever done. Like, everybody's just doing 110% of their ability. Everybody sounds amazing. The mix sounds amazing. And so everything just is really flawless. I can't find a single thing that I have a problem with in this film. It's just magnificent. Dragon Ball demands this of you. You cannot phone it in on Dragon Ball, which is kind of how I roll as a person. So it kind of worked for me, you know. It does get tiring, you know, the screaming and stuff, but there's no way, no matter how tired I am, I'm ever going to let any kid or any fan or any adult, you know, because usually I think it's kids, but a lot of adults watch it. I am never going to let them hear me phone it in, because it has to be, I want them to believe Goku might actually be real. You know, that's what I've been doing since '99, and that's what I'm going to keep doing, and Dragon Ball demands that of you. Kids come up to me, it helped me overcome bullies, it helped me get through grad school, it helped me get through divorce, it helped me get through when I lost my wife or my husband. Like, they use Dragon Ball as inspiration, as respite, as nourishment, and there's no greater honor as a voice artist to be able to be a part of that. So, and for having Toei bring us this masterpiece and Akira Toriyama Sensei's genius, I'm astounded that he just seems to just give us hit after hit after hit.
Oh my goodness. I think the first question I get asked is, do I speak Japanese? Which is a no, other than where is the bathroom and hello and those kinds of things. Other than that, I think it's how we get into character. They're really fascinated on how we get into character, and it's very much like any other actor. But I tell you what, anime has been a part of my life for 24 years, and I've fallen head over heels for it, and I'm so happy to be a part of it and to be a part of this right now. Like, what a great return to anime and to the theater, and a little break from COVID. It's nice. Oh my goodness. Bulma and I have been together for a while. She's a strong, independent woman who is rich and smart and capable and just a wonderful role model. And she started off as a young girl wishing for some Dragon Balls so she could get a boyfriend. So to see her growth through this, especially through the Super series and then these films, has been absolutely amazing. And to get to be a part of that, I honestly feel like I've gotten stronger along with her, and I've learned some life lessons from her. I feel like she's just a part of me at this point. We've kind of become one. And I tell you what, the fans love her, and I do too, and I can't tell you how much she means to the whole Dragon Ball fandom. And it's a huge weight to take on because you don't want to disappoint anybody, so I hope you all enjoy it. Dragon Ball Superhero is full. It's got comedy, it's got action, it's got a little bit of everything. Me particularly, I have a lot of comedic moments. Bulma has a lot of comedic moments. So I didn't get to see all the action, but I know it's there. I'm excited to see it tonight.
It's absolutely fabulous. Working with these people has been an absolute joy and honor. Chris Sabat directing, Raleigh doing the editing, and working with these fine people. Just an experience of a lifetime. Absolute joy and fun. And I heard that the movie is fun too.
A legend, I know, right? It is insane. It's so crazy. Like, working on this film, I'm friends with Schemmel. Like, I'm friends with Goku. I'm friends with Chris Sabat. I know my idols that I grew up watching. I used to watch Dragon Ball in middle school. When I would come home, I watched Dragon Ball Z Kai on Nickelodeon, and it is just so surreal to like be here and be a part of this. I don't know. It's crazy. That's why I'm in the background, like taking pictures and capturing videos for the memories, because I just can't believe it. Yeah, so Dr. Heto's sole intention is to continue his research. He wants to create the greatest androids. He wants to build the best technology. Like, that is his kind of sole purpose. Sure, he does things that are kind of questionable during that time, but I don't think inherently he is not evil.
Oh, a tremendous amount of fun. Absolute joy, happiness, and a great story about Magenta.
Well, this character I've been voicing for 22 years, so this was a blast to come back, all the old gang, with my anime husband Krillin in true form, so it was a blast. Fight scenes, it's a blast. I've had so many people come up to me and say, I've grown up with you. I've grown up. You were my childhood growing up, and now to have new things coming out where I get to bring my children to. It's such a nostalgic thing. It's such a beautiful thing to have families come together, like growing up with Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. Now it's a superhero movie. I mean, there's all new stuff, all new, but at that same time, it's got the true form of all the old characters that you love so well. Oh my gosh, it's so exciting. I mean, superhero.
Well, I feel like Dragon Ball in its genre continually reinvents itself, and that is why it's such an enduring franchise. And so, yeah, I think you can look forward to more of the things that Dragon Ball does well. So cool. I'm so honored, and it's really the fans that allow us to do things like this. So I'm eternally grateful.
Well, I play Krillin, who's still a cop, and he. What can I say about Krillin? He's relevant, actually, in this one. So he's not always relevant, but I think he's relevant this one. Well, I mean, when I got in this business, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't think it would. I thought, oh, it's a fad. It'll last about 2 years, and it became a whole industry, right? But what I love, I was bemoaning the fact about 10 years ago that it didn't do cartoons like what I grew up with, like Underdog and stuff like that. And then I watched Underdog on YouTube and I went, that is the stupid show ever. I'm so glad, I'm so thankful for anime that I actually get to act, you know, and have characters with depth and pathos.
Lemo, he's a little orange guy, and used to be part of the Frieza Force, which was kind of like, you know, he didn't get to be his own man. And plus, he's not working for the nicest guys in the world. So then he discovers Broly on this far-flung planet, and his dad, and he goes, whoa, Saiyans, and then he finds out he's a Super Saiyan. And I think that Lemo was really kind of instrumental in, there's a scene in Super Broly where they're sitting around, and he's going, whoa, does your old man smack you down every time you do that, you know? Because I thought my old man was bad. So I think he was kind of instrumental in kind of helping Broly bust out a little bit and find himself. I would say one cool thing about the movies is what they're doing now is everyone's a different incarnation. You know, we have the normal universe where it was like, you know, Goku and Vegeta battling each other, and now Gohan and Piccolo are busting out, and it's a different kind of deal. So you don't get bored with Dragon Ball Z.
Dende, oh my goodness, Dende, guardian of the earth, right? Right, we're trying to keep things safe. Oh, you know, well, humorously, you know, Dende, not much for the fighting, but he'll heal anybody. But there are some other characters that I've played throughout the franchise, and I'm going to tell you, you got to throw everything at it. Leave it all on camera, right? Leave it all in the tape. You know, these characters inspire different things from the fans, whether it's courage, whether it's pride, whether it's, humility. Each one of those emotions are kind of what's captured within the through lines of these franchises. That's what kind of makes them special. That's what makes them human. Hey, you know what? There's new blood breathed into the Dragon Ball universe. New characters coming in, new stories, and we're back on Earth. We're catching back up to the story.
You really got to give it everything you got. You do. You can't half-ass a show like Dragon Ball. I mean, or really anything that you do. Like, why did you get into this in the first place? Is that to phone it in? And I think as long as you just give it everything you got, and that sounds kind of like I'm giving a post-game interview after like an NBA game or something, but you really do have to just give a damn about what you're doing, and because the people that are watching this, they give it down. And you gotta love doing it, because if you don't love doing it, it's gonna show. Honestly. Yeah, you gotta give it down, yeah. 100%. I think that's what makes Dragon Ball a unique property, or at least a popular property, right? Everyone that I know that's in this project, or in this universe, gives a damn, and they give it hell. I mean, we don't really know what we're doing until we're doing it, but I will go back to what I was saying, is that everybody that is involved in this property is just always going to give it everything they got, and it's always going to be awesome.
You know, Beerus is going to wake up to a new interest. I think the fans are going to be quite surprised and interested to see that he's got yet another level, another depth, if you will. And so I'm excited. I'm excited for the fans, because Beerus is obviously a fan favorite with a lot of fans, and we thought we'd seen it all, but tonight we're going to see something a little extra.
We get to see Whis with the Saiyan boys once again, getting some. It's very fun. It's very fun scenes. It's so hard not to spoil, you know?
So many fans have been really kind of trying not to hear the spoilers, and so, they just want to know, is it going to be great? How's it going to look? Is it going to be exciting? And I think all of the above is true. The pieces that I've been able to see have been fantastic, and I love the new cast members. The actors that have been cast in sort of the newish characters are really tremendous, and so they really bring a great, a fantastic depth to the cast. So.
And the animation is fantastic. The new style is incredible. The fight scenes and the choreography within them, top notch. about the character I play, that I am so very, very, very much stronger than everyone else.
For me, what I love about Beerus is, the creator, obviously Akira Toriyama. He's put a lot of heart into this character. There's a lot of depth in the character. The writing is tremendous. There's a sense of humor about the character, like as if he understands the humanity of this character. He's not strictly one-dimensional, and so I love playing the role. Yeah.
Well, this is a movie that highlights a couple characters that hadn't been highlighted in as many films, and that were fan favorites, and that some of us have really waited and hoped that they would get their moments to shine and to evolve as characters, and this movie absolutely delivers.
It's really another expansion of the universe, which is kind of a genius move on the part of Akira Toriyama to kind of enable a show that is now pushing 20 years old to feel like something brand new and original. And I continue to be astonished every time something new comes out now, because with Akira Toriyama being involved in it, it feels like something original and fresh.
どんだけ興奮してるかということですね。いや、こんだけたくさんのですね、メディアの方に来てもらって、なんか今日のキャパシティも1000人ぐらいだと聞いてるので、どれぐらいその終わった後に反響があるのかっていうのは、僕は一番楽しみにしてます。
Yeah, here the crowd is over 1,000 people, in the theater, and seeing all the media people, I'm very excited to see the reaction of the fans today.
さっきも同じような質問だったんですけど、あえて、内容に関してはオリジナルをすごい大切にしてるので、新しいファンも、オールドファンも同じように楽しめる原作のテイストをすごく大切にしてる作品なので、両方にとって新鮮な感じはすると思います。
Yeah, it was very important, for us to keep the main theme of the original anime into the new anime. So we think that the old fans and new fans will both be able to enjoy, this movie.
これもさっき同じような質問を受けたんですけど、やっぱり今回新しい映像表現、これまでと違った作り方をしているので、アニメーションでそれをぜひ映画館で確認してほしいなというふうに思います。
Yeah, for this movie, we're using very different expressions, very different animation technology. So we hope that the anime fans will be able to enjoy our new expression, through the movie. Thank you.
It's an amazing venue, and it's also we're bringing fans back together for an in-person experience after a long time. So we're excited to bring the movie to them and see how they enjoy the movie. So.
Yeah, I think there is not. We can all agree there is nothing better than watching something like Dragon Ball with fans that are so passionate about it. I can hear them cheering already for this. So we're just thrilled to be back in person and celebrating together. Well, I think it's a little bit of old and a little bit of new, honestly. There's a lot of really great action sequences, like all of that we love from Dragon Ball. But I'm not going to give you any spoilers, but there's some really great character development, and I think it's a really great film, and I think the fans are going to love it.
I think anime is, for a lot of fans, is about community, enjoying it with their friends, and Dragon Ball is a franchise that brought anime to the U.S. and it's a great reminder for fans why they're into this medium and genre, and so to be able to enjoy it with their friends and the community, I think it's great.
And it's also it's fun to watch, but it's also been really inspirational for a lot of fans as well, and so just to bring that back and have them connect with it, I think is really special.